From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 41. 2 minutes to play in his first half, 7-3 our score. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to Lee. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquise Lee, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 3rd and 2, Watson. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Watson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson, he's got Smith here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. From the 29, Garoppolo. That's out to his running back, Michelle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tyrone Crawford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the ground, Michelle. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Michelle once again, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Call me crash. He can't hit me. He's not going to get me.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Don't be scared of it. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, will step aside.
Here we
The
go.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go. Black 80!
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
11. Hey, box truck.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the ground, this is Michelle. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Garoppolo going to throw deep for the and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All day, dog.
On second down, Elliott. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go to Elliott again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The give is to Elliott. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Javon Hargrave in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 7-yard
line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5.